Ready? Play.
The Bucharest champion and maiden ATP title winner in Flavio Cabali taking on another youngster in Arthur Fils. Did you catch any of this match, and what did you think of it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think Feast took his first round match where he went the long way round, and kind of like threw himself off a little bit against Greek Spore. He took that and really like built on that. He said like, let's not do that again. Let's efficiently do this. I mean, it was first set went by like it was nothing. I mean, Caboli just couldn't lay a hand on Feast the power too much, and maybe Caboli maybe run out of steam a little bit, just lacking that much in the tank to really go after Feast. But Feast just too consistent with the forehand with so much power, and Caboli not moving as well as he had in the last week or so. Obviously, the legs feeling a little tired, but yeah, Caboli just struggling to really lay as much power and weaponry. Especially Feast is so good. He's an underrated defender. I really like Feast's his defensive game, and he gets super pumped up when things are going his way. So yeah, good from Feast, and Caboli can look at the positives from the last week and a half and refocus on his game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think this will be, a fun matchup to follow along as the future progresses because, two young talents who have, possess so much variety. Their game suits all conditions, all courts, and those are types of players that I really enjoy watching. But yeah, I mean, as Ghost says, he wasn't up a break in the second, but Cabali did have. Was he up?
No, he didn't break.
No,
in the match.
But he had the first break looks in the second, and wasn't able to take them. But it's just a combination of everything when you get to this stage. He's played a bunch of tennis recently and riding such a high, so it's just part of it where you don't take those break points and it just does come back to bite you. But as you mentioned, so many positives to take away for Flavio Cabali here, and obviously we're just Fees. It's kind of crazy how much talent he possesses and aggressiveness and energy he brings, and he's only 20 years old, I believe. So, he's gaining traction on this tour and making a name for himself so early. It's definitely fun to watch, and we're big fans of him. So let's get into his next match. Andrey Rublev. How about this? We'll talk about Andrey Rublev versus Gael Monfils, and then we'll get into it. I think that would be more fitting.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So we can recap it. Did you get a chance to watch this battle?
I did. I got to watch Monfils' set points in the second, and I really thought, this is what I want to see. Like Monfils takes the second, and here we go, blockbuster third, but great recovery from Andrey, hitting through Monfils really well, especially off the forehand side. Hits it so flat and with so much power. I mean, it's ridiculous. He's got such a big forehand when it's working. Monfils is not someone you can hit to very easily, but they both have such massive arsenals, but it was gonna be tough. Monfils just knows, he said it in interviews now, that the clay is not his friend anymore because he needs that pace on the ball, and taking away that pace of the ball, he can't quite produce as well as he wants to. But yeah, Monfils be disappointed he didn't push it to 3, but yeah, great result for Rublev. Obviously, champion here in 2023, loves these conditions, and yeah, I expect him to put together a little run here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's always interesting because with Rublev, pretty much every opponent knows what they're going to get, and it's ball bashing from the center of the court, trying to get you on the run and trying to essentially wrong foot you. And he just does it so well. And once you get into kind of neutral ball rallies, he's going to look to move you around. And it just felt like at times Monfils isn't able to, at times even handle the pace. And that's probably one of his best attributes is being able to defend, but almost play offense at the same time. And he wasn't really able to do that consistently enough today. And then, as you mentioned again, that was definitely, it was a hard to see, Monfils get broken there as he served for the second set. But, you credit Rublev for, creating that deuce battle, putting the pressure on, not getting, down on himself when Monfils did have set points and eventually just gave himself enough opportunities. And the pressure built where I think Monfils doubled to give the break back.
Yeah.
At 5-all.
Yeah, it was double. I don't know. It seemed as though Monfils was desperate to get out of that second set. He really threw in that on, I think, his second set point, 40-30. Second serve, he charged the net. And, on the second serve, didn't have enough on it for Rublev not to have the time to literally just pick his spot and smack it. So, yeah, it was annoying. But for Monfils, but he's such an entertainer to watch, and obviously this part of the season isn't his favorite, and but he's always fun to watch, no matter if he loses or wins. One of the most memorable matches in recent years. On the clay against Baez when he was like,
right,
that was a ridiculous comeback. So
French Open,
yeah. So. Yeah, always produces, and I expect him to be just fine.
Agreed. And definitely credit Rublev as well because he played a superb breaker. It was
huge credit to Rublev for that breaker.
Yeah, he just really couldn't miss and served well. Plus ones were perfect. So yeah, it was a great way to finish out the second set for him. All right, so that brings us to our preview, where we got Arthur Fils taking on Andrey Rublev. What are your thoughts, Fergus?
This is a tough one. I kind of like Fils on this clays. Is if he plays like he did against Caboli, and if he plays like he did against Caboli, he'll definitely push it to 3, and he might have a shot at winning this one. But if he plays like he did against Griekspoor, then I think Rublev, if he's on it, then this would be Rublev's match to lose. But I kind of think Rublev in 3 is the safe bet here. And I think that, it might either be that Rublev loses the first set like 6-2 or like 6-1. But it kind of just has a set where he's just down on himself and he's missing on the forehand side, and then suddenly everything clicks at the start of the second, and he comes through. But I think it'll be tight in the third, but I'm going to give the edge to Rublev, so I'll say Rublev in 3.
Okay. Well, I was smiling because Gene was thinking the same thing in terms of Rublev losing the first set, or Rublev winning the first set, and Fils coming back to win. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. It's like kind of a battle of who they both hit the ball very hard. And as I say, I think Rublev's just a ball basher. He likes to stay kind of center of the court, right on top of the baseline, take things early, take them on the rise, and really dictate and counterpunch. And that'll be interesting in terms of a contrast with Fils, where I feel like he likes to get on the move and spread the court out. And I just don't know if Rublev's lack of movement towards the net is going to be a factor here, because that's where I just don't think he's able to finish points as quickly, especially when you look at a defender like Fils, who has such good, movement and fitness, and he's such a physical player where he's going to be hard to hit through. And he does look to attack and get on the move and get forward. And I think that might be able to put enough pressure on Rublev where he's not, in such a rhythm, and his timing's a bit off. So I think that could fluster him. So I do think the 3 sets is a good look here. But I think some of these pressure moments are going to be important. I feel like Fees gets himself into trouble quite easily just due to how erratic he can be. And, that could be the difference here. So I think with Rublev, in terms of just being a little bit more sturdy, that could push him over the line here.
Yeah, I think it's tough because you don't really. I mean, you know what you're going to get from Rublev, but you don't know what quality you're going to get from Rublev. It's always the same. There's no real time I've ever come out and seen Rublev play and go, oh, that's different. Like, it's always the same. But whether he's nailing the line on every forehand or whether he's just missing on every line on the forehand, we'll see. Whichever one comes out will be interesting to see no matter what. But I'm still gonna stick with Rublev in 3, no matter. You haven't quite persuaded me enough there.
Good. That's what we like. A fair neutral battle, but it should be fun.
Absolutely. No, definitely a fun one to look out for.
Totally.
Also,
all right.
Sorry. Quickly.
Go ahead.
Gene, I actually agree. Feast has such good volleys at the net. I think Feast is an underrated volleyer. He's some of his shots that he hit to winning Hamburg last year were so good.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.